Hi, so I thought that I'd just pop on here before the actual video starts. I've been looking over the video that you will be watching soon, and I just thought that I might mention a couple of things. First of all, sorry that I sound so bad. I'm still sick and trying to get over it. Second, I don't know why, but I like stutter a lot in the video, so, sorry about that. It's just a thing that happens and, you know, I forget words and stuff. It happens and we just pretend it doesn't. And there was a point in the recording where I had to stop recording really quick, and actually I wasn't recording for like 3 hours, and then I came back and I tried to like pick up exactly where I left off and play it off as if I hadn't, been gone for like 3 hours. The problem with that was that I seemed to have forgotten half of the stuff that I had already went over, so I repeated myself a lot after that, and I apologize. And I also apologize this is so long, but like I do say in the video, it's a lot to go over. It's a lot of Sims. It's there's a lot of history before this all, starts. So, uh, in advance, I apologize for all that, and thanks for watching if you do. Well, here we go. I'm going to start playing the Apocalypse challenge on this channel soon, and I thought, oh my gosh, how am I going to explain what on earth the apocalypse is? Well, I actually done a post in February on my blog, so I thought, you know what, let's just go ahead and go into it. SRS Apocalypse is shaken, roasted, and stirred, and that is where my Tea Park Challenge story was. The neighborhood was made by Sleepy Cat, and how she's described it is the shaken Veronaville, Blue Water Village, and River Blossom Hills families live in Shaken. Um, at this time, Shaken is kind of paused. They're off the table. We're gonna pretend they're not there for now. The roasted Strangetown families live in the desert town Roasted. Now that is where I did my Tea Park story. The stirred Pleasant View, Deserta Valley, and Belladonna Cove families live in the lush downtown Stirred. Nobody lives in Stirred anymore. They all moved into Roasted. So, okay. Now, they're shaken, roasted, and stirred because they have changed the way that they look. Like, okay, this is what you would be used to for Romeo and Juliet. This is what my Romeo and Juliet looked like. So what she had done is given Romeo the red hair, and she had the black hair and the darker skin color. So everything was kind of like that. So I had started this out as my trailer park challenge, which I called Tea Park 2.0, because I'd already done partially the trailer park challenge. So this was the founder of my trailer park challenge, and then this here was his heir, and then that was the next heir, and her name was Nixie, and this is his Nixie's brother, which was a plant sim named Vine. It's kind of a lot to go over. Oh goodness, I don't even in this go over the whole what had happened, but that's okay. Okay, and here is Nixie married. Oh gosh, what was his name? See, it's been so long that I'm a little confused. Um, Here. Well, and I didn't plan this out very well now, did I? Okay. So, this is the timeline review. Here we go. All right. So, what I had done was I was planning from near the beginning to turn my Tea Park neighborhood into the Apocalypse neighborhood. So what I had done is kind of made everything really wonderful right before it all kind of went to hell. This is like I said, Nate, no, not Nate. Mason was my second heir, and then Nixie was the next. Well, Nixie's husband Nate had died. It wasn't intentional, but he did die. So, and the lady next to him is Pearl, which was her mother, Nixie's mother. So Mason made the plant sim son, Vine, into a warlock as well. And then Mason died. And then Nixie's daughter asked Vine to bring her dad back. And so he did. He brought him back, but since he wasn't trained as a warlock, he kind of messed up when he resurrected him and made him into a zombie. And you have to remember, all of this is kind of like a story. It's not all stuff that would happen actually in the game. You know, there's like creative license here. So then a baby was left on their front porch, and the baby turned out to be the son of the founder. We had a bunch of Sims just randomly show up in a wagon caravan, and they ended up dating a bunch of the Sims that were already in there. And that they had came from Sleepy Cat's Misery Town, and she had a story somewhere, you can find it, about the Misery Sims. So I brought them there, and I couldn't decide if they were the ones that had brought the first strains of the virus or not. But as you can see, everybody in the family started getting sick within a year of that. And this is Emerus, the son of our founder, that just randomly showed up in a baby basket. And these are the 4 baby puppies that were born, and we called them the 4 puppies of the Apocalypse. And then Nate, the husband who was a zombie, started attacking people, and Nixie had enough, and she told him to leave. And this is a Nate, you know, after he had, you know, gone through like the change, because he got the virus that was making everybody sick. He was just like a normal zombie until then, which, you know, what is a normal zombie, but, you know. And then he went and he attacked the witch Viva Anju's daughter and made her into a zombie. And then they went and the trailer park challenge, you're supposed to have like a Walmart, so this was the Walmart, you know. This is the other son, the alien son of our second heir, Mason, and he was trying to come up with a cure. He was a scientist, and all of the scientists were trying to come up with a cure for the virus that was making everybody sick. And there was a mutation that older Sims all started kind of going crazy. This was one of the Sims that started to after if they were sick and they died, they rose as zombies. And let's see, oh yeah, like everybody, it just kind of went a little bit crazy, and they started doing kind of odd things. This mother, well, she wasn't a mother. Well, she was a mother. Her daughter was made into a zombie, and then her wife was also made into a zombie, and she just kind of went crazy, and she adopted 2 girls and a dog. This woman, after her teenage son became a zombie, she just like randomly coerced a waiter at a restaurant to try for a baby with her. These parents, they decided right before they were about to age to elder to have babies. And then just all of the elders just started going insane. The zombies, they took over the Walmart lot, so basically I made that into a residential lot, and all of the zombies moved in there for a while until there was too many. And then there was like this weird mutation with the virus that Sims started having like triplets and quadruplets. And also I had planned on doing like some miscarriages and stuff. But the way that I do it is kind of like, it's kind of behind the scenes, so nobody really sees it, but it is part of my roles. But I don't know. I don't want to upset anybody, so I don't really say much about it. And like as you can see here, the parents started wanting more and more kids. And I believed it was because, so many teenagers were starting to turn into zombies. And then now the little girl who was the one that asked for her dad to be turned into a zombie, she went ahead and went to university. And shortly after that, the scientists believed that they had a cure, and they released the cure by helicopters all over everywhere. Also revealed that Team Zine... Okay, yeah. I decided that the teenage zombies weren't mindless like the adult and elder zombies, so they ended up moving into the tent lot that you can see next to there. It was like a campground lot, so all the teenage zombies live separate. We started having children, instead of dying, children turn into vampires. So this little girl here, she was a vampire. After the virus was, or not the virus, the cure to the virus was spread through the sky, there was a massive meteor shower. And after that, we had acid rain for a few years. And all of the plants started to die, and animals would eat the plants, and they were dying. And then wolves started to kind of mutate, and they started biting Sims, and those Sims became werewolves. Let's see what else happened. Valentine, Aiden, Stuxon. I have no idea what that is. Some more of the Sims in the family went off to university. These are just some of the kids that were born. This is a lot to keep up with. There were a lot of Sims, and there are in this neighborhood that I kept up with. It's like a huge neighborhood rotation. Okay, so this is the Bachelor family, and this is all of their kids. I want to say they had 10 kids. This is Nisha, was that heir that asked for her father to be resurrected. She married Malcolm Zarubin, whatever, the 6th or 7th or something, which is actually he would be like considered a land grab, but they have different names in this world. Like I said, everything's shaken up. So let's see. The fish and everything started to die. So that's everything that happened. That was kind of like the timeline review. So I think I'm going to stop for a minute. Okay, wait, here's where I start going over like the different things that are planned for the apocalypse. So, okay, Drew was our founder of the Trailer Park Challenge, and he was always taking Life Potion. So was Mason. Everyone living in the T Park house, the Trailer Park household, were taking that. And what I had to do was keep track of, and I still do, everybody's ages and when they're going to be aging up. Some people were aging. I have this major, huge chart of everybody's ages, and I'll show it to you in a minute. So this is just my age, how old each age stage lives, basically. And like I had said, I do some random rolls. These are some different things that happen, and the numbers next to them are the weight of whether or not that this thing would happen. So the death marks and things they are increasing as time goes by towards the apocalypse. And then eventually they will start decreasing once we get closer to that. So we have our death roll, and like right now, I'm not sure what the death roll is. I want to say it's like 40 or 60%, something in that general area. Like right on this picture that I've got here, they were just at 4%. And like I said earlier, any children that get the death roll, they become vampires. Let's see. So the different challenges that I'm going to be doing, I'm actually doing more than just a regular apocalypse challenge. With my apocalypse household, I'm doing the immortal challenge, which it's really hard to explain why I'm doing that. I might, when I get to that household, go more into that. So the rules for the apocalypse challenge that I'm doing with the main household, and the whole neighborhood is affected by what is happening in the main household. So we have the apocalypse challenge tiered variant, and then I used some of the rules from, I'm not sure if it's Scion or Scion's apocalypse challenge modifications. I'm also doing the immortal challenge with them. With the daughter, like I said, that was had asked for her dad to be turned into a zombie, that would have been the heir. She was the last sim, the technical heir that ended the Trailer Park Challenge, basically. Okay, they're doing the officially wacky bullprop challenge. The homeless challenge, gosh, the homeless challenge, I believe her brother's doing. Valentine's her brother, I believe. Okay, he's doing that. There's also Callista's homeless challenge. I'm doing that with other family members. I'm doing the survivalist challenge, the vagabond challenge, the miserable Sims challenge, the asylum challenge. Remember, I was saying like all of the elders started kind of losing their minds and stuff. I'm doing the asylum challenge, in which one of the daughters, the daughter of the plant sim son, she wrongly gets accused of also going crazy, so she's living in the asylum with all of them. The toddler asylum, which is basically, I don't control the toddlers, and that's going to be all of the toddlers and maybe even like the children that their parents get the death rolls. Right now, they've only got one toddler in their household. The agoraphobia challenge, the family that I picked for it, I'm just not sure if it's going to work out the way I had hoped. Basically, you pick one of the Sims in the family, and they like never leave the lot, but I don't know how well that'll work. The zombie vault challenge, I haven't finished setting that up because I need to finish everybody in Shaken. Right now, I haven't caught them up time-wise to where they are in Roasted. So, I need to wait for that. And then the nomad play lifestyle is, life play style is all of the carts that I have. I don't know if I have a picture here of all the carts. This was just, I was going over some issues that I was having. This picture here on top with the mail lady, what I had been doing was trying to find out if Avaya was pregnant, and she's the wife of the plant sim son. And when I did the scan, it also told me that Alexis was pregnant, which was the mail lady that was dating our founder. So that's how we had see, this was the original picture of, you know, at the very beginning of the Trailer Park Challenge, that he was dating her for a while. Well, she somehow managed to get pregnant because of my crazy mods, and I didn't realize it until way later. So that's how we got, oh gosh, I can't think of his name. There's just so much going on. And I didn't think that I had everything in here about why he's immortal. So basically his mother, I had said, was a type of jinn, like a genie, but you know what I mean. And they're like a shapeshifter. I've got a whole backstory going with that, but I haven't finished writing it, so that's a little confusing. But this is Emerus, and he, you know, it is the son of the founder with the mail lady, which the mail lady like waited to have the baby, and then she just like dropped the baby off because she didn't want to get punished by like the elders of the genies. And yeah, it's kind of weird. So because of his relation to, you know, his mother that is a jinn, he's actually immortal. And I named him Emerus Brazek, because both of those mean immortal. And like I had said, this is the who should have been, you know, the Trailer Park Challenge heir. And she's married to Malcolm Zarubin, who would have been land grab if things were written differently, if it wasn't shaken up. Okay, I think that I can stop at this point, and then you know, I'll pause the video and go to the next thing that I wanted to review for the intro type thing. It's a really lot to cover. There are a lot of sims. Okay, we're back. Now this, I had actually taken this post down off of the blog because I really hadn't played after that, and I had started trying to work on getting the sims from the Shaken neighborhood on the same timeline as the Apocalypse neighborhood roasted. So this is just going over this is like the what did I call it? Oh, well, 1.0. It was basically the intro. So these are the different things that had happened. Like I had said, there had been the cure for the virus had been put out through the air, and that ended up sending out a meteor shower. And the meteor shower had changed the atmosphere, which caused the acid rain, which caused the plants to start dying, which caused the animals to either die or be mutated, you know, making the water undrinkable and stuff. So here's what happened next. Waste treatment overflow destroys houses. That basically is why everybody in the beginning is living in the bunkers together in the, you know, like a ton of people are all living in the bunkers together. So the next one is don't drink the water, scientists advise. The next headline is all roasted and stirred district schools to close. The next is all local businesses have closed. So basically this is just showing exactly what was happening leading up to the apocalypse. Elderly to be sent to asylum for our protection, which is also, not only were they going insane, but all insane, which, the Sims that were infected with the virus, they all rose as zombies. So that was part of the reason why it was for their protection. So the next is this the collapse of our government? A homeless shelter has been set up for refugees. The syndicate puts out call for workers. So this is around the time that the government just pretty much collapsed, and a new shadow organization called the Syndicate shows up, and they start, taking over everything. New military takes over corner store. Syndicate to provide food. Military to provide survival instruction. So I've got a store which is actually now a military base, and Sims can visit that lot. And like I said, military to provide survival instruction. Newspaper delivery no longer safe. Goodbye for now. So that would be the last newspaper. Even though to get jobs, I'm supposed to use the newspaper. What I've got is a mod that has the job board. So this is Emerus and his girlfriend at the time, Vanita, from university, and they are our Apocalypse household. So they went and got their jobs. He got a job in the military and she got a job in education. So she'll actually be teaching at either the military base or the homeless shelter. I might do both, either or I don't know. So this is the way that the this house was built, the Apocalypse house itself. The other houses, I'm not sure if I explain anywhere, so if not, I'll go over that too somehow. Okay, and goodness, I'm trying to think. Okay, Xanthos is the Plant Sim Vine's son. He had the Plant Sim's, no, his wife got abducted, and she had twins, and they're both aliens. And Xanthos, the alien that you see there, he married, oh, what's his name, Liam. And because both Xanthos and Liam had been abducted, Xanthos got pregnant from Liam, and the teenagers there are Liam's brother and sister, because I'm not sure if their parents died yet or if they're in the asylum, but either way, they gave refuge to the teenage brother and sister, Warwick and Kayla. And then this is the sister, the alien sister, and her wife, and Lena, and they met at university. And this Plant Sim girl, her wife died, and which left her with, gosh, I think 4 kids. And then the son, the toddler son, started showing signs of vampirism, which basically means that he had a death roll, which means they'll become the vampire if a child, toddler, baby, whatever, gets the death roll. Okay, so what she did is she brought the boy to them, which they'll be the toddler asylum, which basically is like an ISBI where I can't control any of the toddlers or kids or anything. So they'll be doing that, and this is the first child that they're taking care of. So they're taking care of him. And here is our asylum lot. And as you can see in the very middle is our girl that will be doing the asylum challenge. Okay, and in to the right we have the son that of the second heir, and his name is Vine. And then his plant sim son is the one in the middle, and his name's Bramble. And then after him is Valentine, which we'll go more into Valentine in a minute. And then after that is Sezja, and she is also Vine's daughter. They had her late in life because they suddenly decided they wanted another baby. And because Vine's wife was going to the asylum, he wanted to go with her, so he left Sezja with the boys. And Bramble and Valentine couldn't decide, well, who's going to take Sezja. And Sezja heard that, I don't know where I said, Sezja heard, okay, she asked, where are all the dogs going? Because there's a lot of dogs in the family at this lot and the lot next door where all of the spares lived. And she asked, where are all of the dogs going? And they said, there's somebody who's going to be taking care of all the dogs. And Sezja knew that person who was supposed to be taking in all of the dogs to this shelter, she knew that person had turned into zombie. So she told Bramble that she was going with Valentine, and then she told Valentine that she was going with Bramble. But instead, she took all of the dogs, including the dogs from next door and their cat, over to the shelter herself. So she'll be doing the animal shelter challenge. It's not part of the story, but the Bigfoot that lived next door, he followed her there, and he's actually watching over her because obviously a child can't live alone. Valentine is doing the homeless challenge, so he's going to be playing violin to make money. He actually graduated from university with a musical degree, or whatever they call that degree in Sims 2. So he's going to be living homeless and only making his money from playing not the Valentine, that's his name, playing the violin on the different lots, which we don't have many, at least not at the beginning. And then, as I had mentioned, next door we have Annabeth and Alex. Annabeth and Atticus lived next door, and they were the son and daughter of Cosmo, the one that was a scientist. And she decided not to go with her parents when they went to the shelters, and her boyfriend, which is the land grab boy, not land grab, Zarubin, he is the nephew of him. Anyway, he's her boyfriend, and he went with her, and they're doing, do I say here what challenge they're doing? I can't remember. And her brother Atticus went with them, and he decided that he just can't handle everything going on, and he locked himself in the bathroom building, and he's going to be staying in there, and he's actually doing a separate challenge, which I can't remember. It's going to be kind of like the room challenge, where they never leave the room, but they try to get skills. So he's going to be going in there, and he's going to be living in that room. So they're all going to be on the same lot, but they're doing two different challenges, basically. Let's see. Okay, so this is the different Sims moving into the shelters. And the shelters the bunker shelters are very packed. There are a lot of Sims. In some cases, some of the teens decided they didn't want to live like that and they left. When I figured out which teens were going to leave, I went by their different traits. Here is this is one of the vampire children, and she told her brother, because the parents are either dead or in the asylum, she told her brother that she's not going to stay. She's gonna, leave the lot. This Paxton, he also left, and he was one of the Simovich brothers, the younger brothers. Let's see. Okay, so now we also have the wagons, and if you remember way back when the Sims came from Misery, they brought a caravan of wagons. Well, all of these Sims are like relations of those Sims, and they're taking over the wagon caravan. And so this is when everybody was going into the wagons. And also the syndicate Sims, they approached the different people in the wagons, and that'll be in the caravan, and asked them if they would transfer different items from one place to another. And remember, at this time, the syndicate is like, they helped everybody, and when the government collapsed. So like the syndicate are great people at this time, at least that's what they all think. So this daughter ended up going with them. Oh, gotta stop. So this daughter, Tiffany Kettle, she ended up going with one of the syndicate people. And as you can see in the background, the was that even her daughter? No, that's her stepdaughter. It was. She's arguing with her, and she's saying that she's not staying either, that she's gonna leave, and she ran away. Trust me, she was a horrible Sim. But then again, like I said here, both of her parents ended up becoming zombies, so her life wasn't all that great. So let's see what else happened. Oh, and then her, what would it be? Her half brother, who's also a teenager, he decided, you know what? I'm leaving too. So both of them left. And oh, did he leave with, okay, so Valen went to Elrose Kivic's wagon, and he took her with him. So they were gone. And the brother and half sister, they ended up forming like opposing clans of like runaway teenagers. So you'll see more of that later. And then we have the syndicate visiting another wagon, and another daughter went with that one. So here's the girls, Katerina, and was it? Yeah. Okay. So Katerina, Katie Curious, and Audrey Joke, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. They all went into one, camp, and then her half brother, Valen, and then his girlfriend Katerina, and wait, wanted to keep an eye on Katerina. Oh, wanted to keep an eye on his sister-in-law. I mean, or not his sister-in-law, his stepsister. My goodness, half sister. Yes, that's what it was. There are so many Sims. It's really hard to keep track of them. So yeah, Paxton Simovich is the other person that went with them. And you might remember Paxton was one of the ones that ran away from the bunkers, and the girl in the middle here, she's the vampire. She left there as well. So now this is our actual apocalypse people. So yeah, this is what our little convoy looks like. And that's what it looks like right now, because I haven't played any of the convoy. This is just like what one of the bunkers looks like. And the bunkers are actually apartments. So it's pretty cool. This is the store that was turned into a military base. So yeah, that's all of that. And then I have a little bit more, but let me stop recording for a second so that I can get those screenshots. Right. The thing that might seem a little bit confusing is I had actually started to play the Apocalypse. I did, I think I played 4 or 5 households already, including the main Apocalypse household. I just want to see if my cursor actually shows in the recording. No. Okay, so this is Emerus, and he is our he's our main person. He is the in the Apocalypse household. He's also doing alongside it like the Immortal Challenge. So that's what's going on with him, and I just want to, okay, so the first thing that happened was I didn't have enough money for them to buy the Apocalypse house that I'd built, so I had them get a loan. So they had to get a loan for that, and the loan, any loans is through the syndicate. And then, so he got his job in the military, she got her job in the education career. Nobody else is allowed to have a job. Okay, so this is where we were. We're allowed, I think, 3 items to bring back from university. One of those that I brought back was the ballet bar thing, so that everybody can work on whatchamacallit, athletics, because children can use that, I believe, and it brings up athletics. I'm not sure now. It's been months, so now I'm trying to remember my reasoning for it. But yeah, that's that. And since he's got the knowledge aspiration, he can sometimes jump to other levels. That's what that last one was there. And then she got promoted. They got married. This is our founder, Drew, haunting and being very happy that I kept his bed. So they've actually got the bedroom that was originally in the Tea Park house. It's a little confusing the way things are set up, because this isn't like a brand new save. This is like a pre-existing save, a pre-existing story, all kinds of Sims that you know, have backstories and everything. But I'm gonna try, as I play, to explain who's who and what has happened in their past and what's going on. So hopefully it won't be too confusing without having to go back and read, because there would be a lot to read if you had wanted to know, like, what was going on. So yeah, that's Drew. He was our original founder, and so Emerus took his urn with him when he moved out of the Tea Park house. And that's just, oh yeah, so they are only allowed one meal a day. So what you want to do is you want to cook something, you know, like hot dogs or something, and you leave it out so everybody can eat. And if somebody grabs a snack out of the fridge, well, that's your one meal. So luckily, his wife, I think her name's Vanita, she ate at work, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, he ended up eating. And then Drew was a romance sim, and he seemed to take offense to the fact that Emerus married a family sim. See, he's thinking about it. He can't believe that she married. It's so funny. Okay, so he's going off and being followed by a skunk. And then this is our next household, and like I had said, she was supposed to be, would have been, geez, I cannot talk. She would have been the heir for the Tea Park Challenge if I had continued to go with it. But it ends when your fourth generation heir ages to young adult. So that's how long that challenge lasts. Okay, so she married Malcolm, and they had this baby. I can't remember his name. Part of the challenge that they're doing, they have to have, I'm not sure if it was two wolves or not. I can't remember. I'd have to go back and, like, as I play the different households, I'm going to have to reread all of their rules for the challenges they're doing so that I can, like, reacquaint myself. I did let them keep the fish. It's part of the challenge that they're doing. I believe they have to keep the tank of fish alive for like their entire challenge. I'd have to look to see how long they're doing the wacky bull prop challenge. So yeah, they've got the wolves, that's part of the challenge. They've got the fish, that's part of the challenge. They also have a hamster thing, but that's actually not part of it. It's just, it was in the Tea Park household for so long, I just didn't want to get rid of it. So yeah, the dogs, after this, I don't think I'm going to be able to give them dog food, but I'm thinking about making that part of the animal shelter challenge, maybe. Maybe she has like some dog food in the trunk or not the trunk, in like the back of the store or something. I don't know. The trunk. So he was out here and he was teaching one of the wolves to sit. I think I have to train them. There's so many rules. It's hard to remember. I know that one of the rules is every time somebody new is in the household, you have to buy 1 or 2 flamingos. So that's what that is with the flamingos there. And that white wolf just like showed up in their yard. So it's not related to anything else. The gnomes were part of the trailer park challenge, and I split the gnomes up between the different families. So yeah, see, they were good. They had hot dogs. You know, I have no idea why I took that picture, so let's just go on. I had put the hot dogs and hid them in this room, had them, you know, split them up in the plates, but the problem was they wouldn't eat them when they were spoiled, so I'm not sure what to do. They're allowed to use the computer, but only to write books. So I got a mod that makes the computer look a little bit like a typewriter. I don't know. Okay, so now we're moving over to the next house, and this is the one that I was saying I was thinking about doing the agoraphobia challenge, but now I'm just not sure. And they moved, this is the husband's brother and sister that they're not going to live with them for very long, but they're living there for now. Warwick and Kayla, I believe. Okay, so yeah, he went into labor. Labor is so funny in Sims 2. And there's the baby, and you know what? I have no idea what the baby's name is. Well, we could switch to that screen. Will it record it? Okay, yeah. Let's see. Danders. The baby's name is Brian, Brion. Okay, so yeah, that's the baby's name. So there's him, and there's gosh, his name Liam holding the baby. I took a ton of pictures, and then usually when I'm writing the chapters, I don't use them all. And then right after the baby was born, Liam turned into a werewolf. So there he is out there, and the story kind of is that the werewolves and such kind of work for the syndicate and patrol the roads and everything at night. Okay, and then this is the next household, and that would be his sister. So that's Xantho's sister, Sabrina? No, wrong house. No, wrong house again. I've got it backwards. I've got the screen backwards. So that's Sabrina. And I know I already kind of introduced their story. So this is the vampire son of the plant sim lady that she brought him to them when she was moving to the shelters because her wife died, and I think she already had 3 kids, something like that. So yeah, that's them. She's just playing with and like I mentioned, the gnomes, all of them have gnomes. I used to have like an army of gnomes in front of the trailer park house because that was part of the challenge. If you went into the criminal career, you had to buy a gnome every day or something like that. So we had like the whole yard was filled with gnomes. And so she's just teaching him. There they are eating the spoiled hot dogs. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they will eat spoiled hot dogs. I don't know. It's confusing. There's so many different things. And then I've got these CC beds, and these actually were from the trailer park house. So I took a lot of the furniture and stuff from the trailer park house for these different households that, you know, are the family. These households here, they're all the family. Is that capturing my mouse? No, it's not. So that's kind of confusing. I'm trying to point at them. But these 5 houses, these are all households that are part of the main trailer park household. So there he is. And then we go to the next household, which is this one. And Jacek is doing the Miserable Sims challenge. So part of the Miserable Sims challenge was to have your significant other cheat on you. So his girlfriend here, the mother of his baby, Stormy, no relation, please, she cheated on him. This is how their bathrooms are with the, it's like a pump shower type thing. This is Warwick from across the street. I think they came with like the welcome wagon or something. And that's the sister from across the street as well. And let's see. Well, and there's Xanthos as well. Everybody from across the street came over. It must have been a welcome wagon. Like I said, this was like February, I think. Yeah, February 11th. Okay, so here he's angry, thinking about how she had cheated on him. But what you have to do for Miserable Sims, there's this huge list, and I'll show it in a minute, of different things that you get points for. And one of those was to have someone cheat on you. So we did that. And you'll notice kind of behind her, that's what all of the refrigerators look like. We're just kind of pretending that we don't have refrigerators. Oh, and then there was Liam walking by howling. And they're arguing. And he went to sleep on that chair. That used to be on the deck at the Tea Park house. So everybody's just got random stuff. I took this picture of Valentine just to take the picture, but I actually haven't played him yet. He's doing the homeless challenge. This is, oh gosh, what's his name? Atticus, I believe. And he's the one that's going to be locking himself in this room and just like working on skills and stuff. And that's his sister and her boyfriend out underneath of the thing. Gosh, forget, they're doing another homeless challenge. I think it's the homeless challenge by Callista, something like that. Oh yeah, okay, so what I was showing here was that I had taken all of Atticus's his skills away, and that was just setting up the save. I haven't played them either, or not the save, that household, and I haven't played them, and I haven't played this one either. This is the animal shelter challenge, and I was just, you know, showing how I had set up the place. And this is when I was testing out having the cafeteria type food for like in like the homeless shelter. So we have the bowling alley, whatever else was here got turned into like a homeless shelter. So people will show up here and they'll eat and do whatever, and that's how Valentine will make all of his money for his challenge. I think he's got to make 20,000 simoleons. That's the outside of that building. There's the inside, and it's just got a bunch of beds, and people actually will randomly come in there and sleep because I have a mod that lets them do that. So yeah, here he is just doing that. And that was all just me testing. Okay, so that's the end of everything that I've played so far. So really all I've played is the regular household, the actual Apocalypse household. And like I said, everything in town revolves around them unlocking different things in that household. So if in that household they're not allowed to have food, they can only have a few different meals. If they haven't opened that up yet, then it doesn't matter. Nobody in the whole entire neighborhood can have more than the grilled food or whatever the rule is. I can't remember off the top of my head. There's so many rules. Okay, so next door to that, they're doing that the toddler asylum challenge, where they'll be getting any kids that their parents die, and then they can't control the kids. And then next to them, like I said, I was thinking about doing the one where the agoraphobia challenge, where they never leave, but I'm also doing kind of a side thing with Liam, since he turned into a werewolf. He rolled to be a werewolf. And then across from them is Jacek, and he's doing the Miserable Sims. And he's one of the children of that plant sim son, Vine. And then you've got Malcolm married to Nisha, and I think I've talked about them enough that you know who they are. Okay, so over here we have, this is our asylum, and this is our asylum girl here, Sabina, and she's the sister of Jacek, the younger sister. And then moving over, it's kind of laggy because this is a huge world with a lot on it. Here are our different, this is our caravan basically, and we'll be moving them around. Here we've got the kids that had run away. Here's the sisters gang, and then here's the brothers gang. Over here, the story is that they had started building these houses, and they were supposed to have basements. They were going to be these like really nice houses with basements and everything, and then everything happened and it just kind of fell through. So what the syndicate did is they just kind of covered over the basements and made, the place for everybody to live, but it's 4 apartments, and there's just like a main area in the middle where everybody has like there's like a computer for writing and a couple things, not much. There's, like the food and stuff. So these are the different households. I probably won't be doing a whole ton of actually playing them. This is the mother that she gave her son that turned into a vampire to the girls. And then we have this apartment here. I know all of these households. I might not know their names off the top of my head because I haven't been playing them in a long time, but I know all of them. Patel here, that's Valentine, who's doing the homeless challenge. Across from there is Rugburn, and Atticus is doing that one where he never leaves the building. It's like the room challenge. And then Annabeth and Alex, they're doing the other, I think it's called Callista's Homeless Challenge. And then Patel here, they're doing the dog shelter or pet shelter one. And Asmund Bigfoot, he is there, but she doesn't know that he's there, like watching over him or her. I've got all of the Simbots that my other household made in the last generation. These are the zombie teens. They all live in this campground. And then this lot was starting to lag. So Nate is like patient zero. He's the first one that had the zombie virus. So he's there, and some of the first ones that he made is there. And then some of the Sims that were zombies to begin with, or like say the wife got turned into a zombie and then a couple rotations later the husband died and he rose as a zombie. Well, that's why we have zombie couples. So here's some of the zombie couples here. And I did that mainly, I started doing this because we had too many Sims on the zombie lot at Walmart. Over here, and this is the one that I haven't actually finished setting up yet, is Bramble is going to be doing, I think it's called the Vault Challenge. He never leaves that lot, but he's going to be growing. If you can see on top here, it's like a greenhouse type roof. He's going to be growing some things because he's a plant sim. And he's also a warlock. He's going to be growing some things, and the carts will be risking being near these zombie households to go over here and get some of the vegetables and stuff from Bramble. And then once I get the Sims from Shaken all caught up with the Sims from this town, eventually they will start coming and meeting up with him, and they'll be part of the Vault Challenge, because part of the Vault Challenge is that random Sims like seek asylum in the vault and they never leave the vault. So that's the deal with that. And these are just empty houses, but the houses actually will come into play with these wagons, because people will be able to loot the houses through the wagons depending on where they are. See, do I have this open? Yeah. Let's see if I can see that. Yeah, see, I've the wagons have different places that they can go to. The blue ones are they can loot. The red ones is they're like at risk of attack. Yellow is social, so they can like socialize with people nearby. And gray's pretty much nothing. It's just you're on the way to other places, unless of course you meet up with another wagon on the way. So that's what all of that is. And I had one other thing that I wanted to show. Let me get that onto this screen and open it completely so you can see it. All right, these are all of the Sims in this neighborhood. All of them. And these ones right here, these are actually homeless Sims. They aren't actually in any actual households, but these are all ones that were in households. Actually, these gray ones, they died, and then these yellow ones underneath that, they're in the asylum. And then all the way on the right, you can see the people that have turned into zombies. There's the people who have turned into vampires, werewolves. These are just on the right, people that haven't been matched. And then you can see these X's here, the red X's. These are like death strikes and stuff. And also children can get, oh gosh, what's it called? Do I have it marked here what they get? anyway, children, if they get a certain number of whatever it is, I can't think of what it is off the top of my head, they can actually take away death strikes. So there's a whole like process, and it comes with, like, down here I've got reducing death possibilities. After rolling the dice, you may cash in 3, oh there we go, is the word, survival points to reduce the number required to survive. So there's a whole thing. And let's see, random rolls. These are the different things that could possibly be rolled, and I think I'm adding more to it now that we're actually starting the apocalypse. So we've got what do you want, which we would try to grant one of their wants in their wants panel. We would, this one here, what do you fear? Giving them a random skill point, that just means I'll use a cheat to give them a skill point. I would use a cheat to subtract a skill point. I would change one of their personality points. This reroll personality, I've got that, the chances of that really low. Randomize interest, yeah, become a witch or warlock, randomized hobby, because their personalities have been affected by everything that's happening. This here with the werewolves, I think all of these are still children. So at some point, once they turn teen, they're going to have to turn into werewolves. Let's see, the different challenges I'm doing. The Apocalypse Immortal Challenge Emerus is doing. Wacky Bull Prop is Malcolm and Nisha. The Homeless Challenge is Valentine. Callista's Homeless is Annabeth is doing that with her boyfriend, and then Survivalist is what Atticus, her brother's, doing. There's the Vagabond Challenge. I didn't even talk about that one. They're just going to be pretty much, they never go to like a home lot. They pretty much live on the other lots. And I just realized that this isn't showing the entire screen. No, not that one. Display capture. There we go. Okay, and just ignore my many tabs open. Yeah, so, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the Vagabond Challenge, these 3 Sims will be basically living on like the military base, and that lot with the store, and the homeless shelter next to it, and any other lots that open if they do. So that's the deal. They'll never go home is basically what would happen with them. Miserable Sims, that's Jasic. I don't know why I put Stormy there, because Asylum Challenge, that's Sabina, and I have Prison thing next to it because with the Asylum Challenge I'm using I think it's Inge Jones, I don't know how to pronounce it, has the I think it's at Simlogical, maybe. It has the prison tag things. Yeah, okay, so Toddler Asylum, we already said Sabrina's doing that. Agoraphobia, Xanthos and Liam. Animal Shelter, says Ja. And then the Nomad Challenge is what the people are doing in the carts. The Group of Thugs is, the 2 rival kind of gangs, of teenagers. And then the Vault Challenge is Bramble. So yeah, and these are just some ideas that I had of things that we could roll for when we're doing the carts, and here is the Miserable Sim Challenge. I don't know if you can see it very well. These are just the different things that could happen to, oh gosh, I'm having a hard time remembering everybody. Jasic. The different things that could possibly happen to Jasic. So far, he's eaten burnt food. He's made an enemy. He's been rejected for engagement. He's been on academic probation, expelled from college. He had a counterfeiting machine fire, police fine for counterfeiting, drink 2 love potions back to back. Nothing actually happened, so I'm not sure why that's a thing. Have a bad date, have a horrible date, throw a drink in another Sim's face. Is that all that's happened with him? That's all I've got there. I think there's more, because, like, Stormy cheated on him, and I'm pretty sure that was part of it. So yeah, and then we have there's Sims still living in the Shaken neighborhood, and I'm trying to get them caught up to where everybody is in Roasted, now that I have kind of an idea of what I want to do with them. Because when everybody did the what's it called? When we had the virus, when they put out the cure in the helicopters and everything, the Sims in Shaken said, no, we don't want nothing to do with that. So they actually kind of like, they blocked off all the roads. And so the people that are in Shaken, they don't even know, like, this generation of Sims that are from Roasted and Stirred. And like I said, nobody lives in Stirred anymore. Everybody's been moved over to Roasted. It just makes it easier. Stirred has so much stuff in it, like so many houses and everything. It really lags. So, like when you're up in the air trying to pick another lot to go to and stuff. So it's just easier for me. I mean, in the end, I'll probably end up having to take whoever's left to, like, another world, because I would just totally mess this up. And I always think, what on earth would the creator of these worlds think if they saw how much I have, like, completely destroyed this world? Okay, so come on, loady. I have, like, a ton of mods in CC for Sims 2, so yeah, that's why it's loading a little slow. Okay, so this is Shaken, and I've done maybe half of them. I've caught them, their ages and everything up, because, you know, you have to go in individually, you know, to each house. And I was doing, I don't know, it was a lot of time anyway. It was almost like a whole generation that I've been having to play each household. And I was trying to do it so that I could take screenshots of it for my blog so that everybody would know who everybody was, and it just got overwhelming. And that's actually why I quit playing this save, because I was just, like, so sick of trying to catch all of these, you know. The Zanny, these are the ones that are... Okay, well, that's Antonio Zanny. He's one of Romeo and Juliet's kids. My favorite one is this one, though. Abby and Caius. Caius is the oldest of Romeo and Juliet's kids. So, yeah, so these are the Sims that are still in Shaken. And the plan is to have them start evacuating Shaken and going to Roasted, because they had some problems here. Everybody started getting sick. And so they're going to start trying slowly, little by little. Sims are going to be leaving here and going to Roasted, and their first stop will be where Vine is, in the vault, where he's going to be growing the plants and stuff. And he's going to be like, yo, you can stay here, but if you're going to stay here, you can't go out. So that's how that's going to work with them. So, I guess that's caught up with where we are now. I know it was a lot to explain, but it's, I mean, we're talking about maybe 60 chapters, maybe more, plus all the screenshots that I never published. It's a lot. A lot of work has gone into this. I mean, you saw my spreadsheet. A lot of work has gone into this story, and it's overwhelming, and that's why I keep stopping it and starting it. So I'm hoping if I do it in a video instead of trying to find a screenshot, because I only play them one day at a time. So I'll play one household, and then I'll play the next household and the next household. And then some of them, I only go to the household if there's going to be a birthday, or if I need to do like matchmaking or whatever. And that's the only time I even go to that household. So it's kind of hard to take screenshots of what has been happening in the different households enough that people would know who they are. If you're just going into this household so that, let's say, Graceland here can get married and these 3 elders here will die, that's like 2 screenshots, 3 screenshots, you know what I'm saying? It's really hard to show everything that's happening just in a couple screenshots when you have 60 households or something, which I've put a lot of them together in roasted in those bunker apartments, so hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier too. At least for now, everybody's just kind of shoved together in the bunkers, and you know, when you play one household, you should see the other 3 households because they're going to be in the same bunker with those. Anyway, so yeah, that's the deal. I'm hoping that it'll make it easier to understand if I'm doing a video instead. I had thought about doing it as a live stream, but the live stream thing isn't going to work with my current situation, so we're going to have to shelf that idea for now. Alrighty, so I hope that you did not get completely bored or completely confused about this. If you have any questions about this extremely complicated story, I am more than happy to help you understand. And thanks for watching.